Okay, so let's put this away. This will be our pile 3 in just a few minutes. And then the last one, I guess we're kind of forcing to, whatever the mirrored structure gives us here, we'll go with. But the amazing thing is there's almost always something of interest, whether you view it as an AMP or as mirrored or two-cycle. Okay, so we're kind of limiting ourselves here, so we're going to go ahead and just view it as a mirrored structure. Well, this is kind of nice. We have a 1 and 2. They're both ace and 2. They're both black. Oh, this is wonderful, actually. Sorry. Okay, black, red, black. Check that out. And none of them match in suit, but they match in color. Wow. So you could, I don't think that would be too hard to remember if this was the whole routine. You just remember that you have 3 pairs that match in color, but within each pair, they're of different suits. How likely is that? Well, not very likely, and even less likely that you could possibly know that after the mixing we're going to do. So that is actually wonderful. So we'll view it as mirrored, and so here we'll just say 3 pairs, and they're all the same color within each pair, that is, but different suits. Okay, this is wonderful. As a mirrored structure, that may have actually been the strongest choice for a reveal. Okay, let's work with the mirrored structure now. Hopefully that's the right one. It should be the middle one. Okay, so if this is mirrored right off, then that means you have the stay stacked principle that's at your disposal immediately if you want to use it. And once again, the stay stacked principle says that for each divisor of the packet size, you can deal the cards into that many piles and then randomly stack from left to right or right to left, and guess what? The resulting packet is still mirrored. Amazing. Okay, so that's what I suggest here. Maybe you do a left-right. Ask the spectator, do you want me to stack left on right, right on left? Very good. And then I kind of suggested maybe do a second one. You can actually do as many of these as you like. Okay, you want left on right this time? Very good. And then maybe we'll do it in 3 piles, and you can, ask the spectator if they want you to do that. You don't have to, but if they do, here we are. And now you just ask them, well, should we stack from left to right or right to left? Well, left to right, maybe. It wouldn't matter, but they can state, okay? And so it's still mirrored. After all of that, it's still mirrored. Okay, so to go from a mirrored structure to a 2-cycle structure, there's multiple ways of doing that. One is using the Mange shuffle. Okay, now we've already shown you the Mange shuffle once. So if you come over here to the Mange shuffle, it states that you can go from a mirrored structure, which is what we have right now, to a 2-cycle. And that's what we're indicating on our paper. So why don't we do, I think the first time we did a over-under, so why don't we do an under-over, under-over, under, okay? That works fine to convert this mirrored structure to a 2-cycle. Well, once it's a 2-cycle, you can do the Chardelier shuffle, or just have the cards cut randomly by the spectator, okay? And so it's still a 2-cycle. A wonderful way to go from a 2-cycle structure to an AMP is to use the Pharaoh shuffle. So look here at line 12, the Pharaoh shuffle. It will take you from a 2-cycle to an AMP. Okay, now we've used the Pharaoh shuffle once already in this video, so we'll just go ahead and do it again. This is where you split it off like this so we can kind of see the cards. You take 1/2 of them, and then you interlace them perfectly. So maybe we'll have the one on the right above, the one on the left at the very bottom, and then just interlace them. And that is a Pharaoh shuffle, and that will always, always convert a 2-cycle structure to an AMP structure. Now I do want to point out that we used the Pharaoh shuffle for a different purpose last time. Pharaoh shuffle actually leaves mirrored structures alone. Isn't that interesting? So for mirrored structures, this is a structure preserving shuffle, But for 2 cycle structures, it's a structure converting shuffle. So now we're looking at an AMP. Okay. And then since this is an AMP, what that means then is in pairs as you go down, each of those pairs will be the pairings that we noted at the beginning. Okay, so a pairwise transpose, this is where you go like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now technically to complete the pairwise transpose, you would then stack from left to right, but we're just using it as a way to get our pairings. And so we have our pairings, meaning we have a DMP. These are distinct mirrored pairs. And so we can now reveal what we noted. Do you remember? We had 3 pairs of the same color, but different suits. So none of them matched in suit, but they all matched in color within each pair. Okay, so you have to realize that I'm not really dressing these up all that well. I'm probably more excited about the mathematics of everything on this channel than I am in being a consummate card performer. So there's so many ways to kind of dress this up. The mathematics is making the impossible occur, and then you can sell it in however you would like, using your personality and your creativity. Okay, so we know that these are of the same color, right, within each pair, but different suits. Okay, so I mean, you could use that same little trick idea. Since they're the same color, they would have the same charge or magnetic properties, and so same color. See, these would repulse. Oh yeah, there's definitely something strong there pushing us away. Okay, so that would be one. You could do that for each of those if you wanted, and then even before you turn them over, say, well, I can tell that they're the same color. I'm not sure about the suits, but for some reason, I feel like there's a conflict there within these pairs where none of them actually are of the same suit, despite the fact that they are the same color. Okay, so however you want to sell that. So you can say, well, oh boy, this first one, it really feels like those are both the same color. Was it? Oh, I was right. Check that out. They're both black. This one, I can't tell that. Oh, yeah, this one for sure. Yeah, this is just crying out to me. These are of the same color as well. Oh, yes, indeed. They're both red. This one, I don't know for sure. If I had to guess, I think these are of the same color as well. I mean, that's what I'm kind of getting as an impression. Oh, they are indeed. Check that out. Black queen with a black 4. Okay, so however you want to, like I said, dress it up or personalize it in a way that makes it fun for the spectator, that would be wonderful.